Hey there. We are on day 3. I've been hearing from some of you, and if you haven't messaged me directly or emailed me, please do. I'd love to hear from you about what you've chosen for your monthly amount of income and what you feel you want more of in 2019, the feeling. Even what your biggest struggle has been. And this is where the magic is. This is where things happen and start to shift and move. Remember we talked about that supreme flow, that trust in God and taking the next steps and leaving the details of the how outside of your own powers. Okay? Today, we're going to talk about placing a magnet inside of everything you create. And if you've taken some of my programs before around voice and empowerment and powering up everything that, the throat chakra and just using your God-given gifts in a way that serves, you will have heard some of this before. But if you're new to these teachings that have changed so many lives, and myself included, then let me reiterate, when you use your true voice, speaking that which is true to you in a way that feels loving and kind and confident, magic happens. So if you've got a business of your own right now and you're seeing a lull or you're seeing a slow pull, then my guess is you need to amp up that true voice language and do 3 things. Number 1, use words that feel true to you and that are high impact, action driven. Things like impact, for example, success, money, heart, passion. These are some of the words I use. Obviously, what you do might be different, but even in relationship, if you don't have a business, and there's a couple in here that don't, then use that in your relationship. Use words that really light you up and feel right and feel real. That's number 1. And do that on social media and in your website. Don't sugarcoat. Don't speak in languages that is not authentic to you. The other one is, I see this getting missed a lot by entrepreneurs, is they're not specific about the problem they're helping someone to solve. They'll say it or they think they're saying it, and then once I get a hold of it, it totally looks different. And I had to learn this too. And I don't want to use the word dumb it down, but you have to speak in basic layman terms when you're doing any sort of online marketing so that it's in your voice, but it's easy to understand. And I think when you just speak plainly with raw passion, that's the best way you can do it. Don't try to make it too fancy, too fuzzy, too ethereal. You're going right over people's heads. That's the second action, okay? So number 1, take a look at the language you're using. Think about that in your relationships and in your business. Look at some of your posts. Think about conversations you had. Even look at the contracts you've been working with clients, whatever it may be for you. Take a look at that and see how you can up-level it. The second thing is, I want you to really hone in on what problem am I really helping someone to solve, and am I articulating that crystal clear? Am I articulating that crystal clear? My guess is it can probably be improved upon. Okay? The third one is consistency. I see this getting missed. I know we're one person, and that's where tapping into the God flow within is so important, and getting the extra sleep and the extra water and minimizing the time you spend working on your life to improve it. Just go have some fun, all right? But be consistent. When you do anything, be consistent if it's a good habit. And growing your income, growing your business in ways that feel right is always a good thing. I believe that's where God wants us to go. I really do. I said it the other video, and I think we settle for far too little. We can help more people with a bigger platform, with more financial freedom. I mean, it just opens up doors. Nothing wrong with it. All good. But to get to that point, it does require consistency over time. And if you're not being consistent in your social media or your blog or your relationships, in the way you show up, consistency in the way you show up as your true self, then it's not going to work, or it's going to be riddled with holes. Okay? So 3 things today. 3 things. Number 1, infuse your true voice, words that feel right to you in business and in relationship, because that attracts the people to you that are meant to be with you, to work with you, to love you, to be friends with you. True voice words. Write down 20. Words that just get you going. I don't care what they are. Nouns, verbs, adjectives. And the second thing is, if you're in business for yourself, you've got to be clear on the problem you're helping someone solve. And articulating that clearly and not making it so clever that it totally misses the mark. Okay? The third one is consistency. I can't stress that enough. And not just in the business end and posting and in relationships, but how you take care of yourself, how you get to bed, how you wake up. These routines, these rituals, these are the foundation of our success. I've been on flip sides of that. Trust me when I tell you, it's better to go to bed early and wake up early. Try to go down and rest when the sun goes down. And wake up when it rises, if not before. Studies show longevity is tied to early risers and meditators and light meat eaters and tea drinkers, wine drinkers, water drinkers. I hope you are enjoying this. I would recommend you go back and watch the first video again. Take it in, take some additional notes, and then move into this one. I'm giving you some awesome stuff here. All right? Okay. I've loved talking with you guys, and I'm so excited about what's coming for what I know it's coming for you. I will see you again on Friday.